The following is a presentation of TFNN. Time to talk about your health. Living a primal lifestyle.
We have Mike from Chicago on the line, and he has a question about digestion.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, guys. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
First of all, I just wanted to say that I love the show. I think it's great programming, and I'm very much of a like mind when it comes to, taking control of your own health and certainly doing your own research.
No, that's so great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now your hosts, Nico De Haan and Paige Clarke.
Good afternoon, Tigers and Tigresses. This is Paige Clarke. Our famous Nico is out being the jiu-jitsu champion that he is, so let's all send him some good energy. You're here at Living a Primal Lifestyle, and I'm very happy today to have my guest, Jennifer Devlin. Jennifer is a master esthetician and an artesian skincare maker with all organic and natural products. And I'm so happy to have you here, Jennifer.
Thank you so much. I love the opportunity to educate people. So I'm happy to be here to talk about products and skincare and skin health and beauty and basically clear up the beauty myths that you've probably heard of. So I want you to suspend your disbelief and forget everything you think you know about beauty or anti-aging.
And we're going to have a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. I want to let you know we're in downtown Clearwater, and just to keep with tradition, it's 75 degrees and beautiful and sunny, so we're happy to be here.
Definitely.
I want you to know today you're welcome to call in with questions. I'd really love it if you have questions about skincare and anti-aging and how to look and feel your best. Let's take advantage of having this wonderful expert here. And so our number is 1-877-927-6648, or you can type in your questions on the chat room, and we'll answer them as we can. So I kind of wanted to give a little background on how we met, because it was neat. Both of us being in the holistic area, we were at an event. And I was just in awe as soon as I met Jennifer, because what was coming out of her mouth was, I couldn't say it any better myself. I was just amazed to find an esthetician, expounding on the things that I truly believe. You are what you eat. We know our skin is our largest organ.
Absolutely.
And when we were at this event, I actually was getting a consult with her, and I was just like, I love you. I love what you're saying. and this really resonates with me. And from there, we've kind of worked in a collaborative way with our clients. We refer people back and forth. And so can you give us a little background of how you ended up becoming a master esthetician that specializes in holistic natural products? So
how much time do we have?
Well, you just keep going. And
well, actually, I started my career at 17 years old, a long time ago. I was a makeup artist for Estee Lauder. I always loved to do makeovers in high school, so I lied about my age to get a job at Estee Lauder behind the counter. And at 17, you're very impressionable. So basically, you believe unquestionably everything that the companies tell you, and you repeat it, basically.
Did you know that when I was 17, I didn't lie about my age, but I was the only part-time employee at Moss Brothers, which is a department store here, and I was the Ultimate 2 girl.
Oh, see, I remember Ultimate 2.
And listen, everybody, we're going to get back to this, but, we're talking about skincare. This is not just for women. If you men out there, take some notes. There's a lot to you can truly reverse the signs of aging by using the right products and eating the right foods, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And this appeals to both men and women, so I want you to pay attention.
Absolutely.
So go back.
So I started behind the counter, and when you go through the training, it's pretty much beauty indoctrination. You go to fancy schools, it's much like a sorority. You get products, you're taught by a beautiful woman in a French suit, and you're not told about product ingredients. You're taught about how to sell the product. So you learn the 3 key ingredients, you learn the 3 blurbs, and then you go back to the department stores and you say those 3 blurbs. You don't deviate.
Sounds like? That sounds remarkably like what we have with detailed reps. Pharmaceutical reps that wear the pretty skirt and the jacket and call in the doctor.
Definitely.
And they tell the doctors what to say to sell their chemicals. Because, again, we're talking about the chemicals that are pharmaceutical, the chemicals in the skincare industry, the beauty industry, kind of one and the same at the root.
Oh, absolutely it is. It's all about money at the end of the day. That's the bottom line. And there's nothing wrong about making money, but there's got to be an authenticity to it. So I was behind the counter for 10 years and worked for various companies, and I knew how to sell like nobody's business. I won a lot of awards for it. Never questioned anything, but I had a skin condition myself called rosacea. And rosacea is a skin condition that affects people mostly of Irish, English, and Scottish descent. And it's a flushing of the cheeks. And even though I was using the most expensive beauty products,
Because you were told that's what you needed.
Absolutely, and you got it for free. Nothing really worked significantly. And instead of thinking it was the products, I thought it was my skin. So I happened to meet by chance a holistic esthetician, and she said, well, come back to my studio and I can teach you about skincare and I can really help you with your problem. And I thought she was crazy because I was using the most expensive products and nothing was working, so how could this woman help me? So I went back in, I brought her all my products, and instead of her being impressed by the expensive labels, she just simply turned around each bottle, read the ingredients, which each product had an ingredient list of about 20 things of 6 syllables that I couldn't pronounce. And she said, do you have any idea what you're putting on your skin? And I really didn't. Even though I was work for these companies, you learn the 3 key ingredients and you don't think to even question what else is in it, because quite frankly, if it was bad for you, why would they sell it? How naive I was.
Well, yeah.
How naive I was. But she said basically you're using about 7 products a day, AM and PM, and the constant barrage of chemical cocktail on your skin is going to not only exacerbate your skin condition, but it's also going to prematurely age you. And I thought, again, she was crazy. But she says, I'm going to prescribe to you to go on a beauty diet where you come off of all of your skincare, all of your cosmetics, and just use coconut oil. And I just...
You guys know how much we love coconut oil here.
I thought she was a hippy-dippy, crazy woman, but at the time, she was in her early 50s, and she did look, in my opinion, 15 years younger. So I thought, well, she must be onto something. So I kind of did it just to prove her wrong, because when the training that you get at these...
After all, you're told that that you have to have this $150 eye cream.
Absolutely. You're told you need a regimen of 6 products day and night, and it's just simply not true. So I did it just to kind of prove her wrong, because, you know, when you're in your 20s, you think you know everything. And I did what she said. I put my products underneath, and I used the coconut oil. Almost immediately, within 3 days, my skin was calmer than it ever had been. And the longer I did that, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, I had completely new skin. And then I was at a crossroads, and I thought, I no longer believe in the stuff that I sell at the department stores.
You wanted to be leading an authentic life.
Absolutely. And I got into it to help people. As a makeup artist, you change people's lives when you do makeovers, but that was just the icing. It wasn't really the cake. So I was at a crossroads, and I thought, what am I going to do? And I thought, I really want to help people, and I might lose my prestigious job title, I might lose my benefits, but I'm going to go back to school to become an esthetician, which takes you down another road. When you're an esthetician, the training that you get, it's different by each state, and you're not really learning by knowing or exploring. You're really taught to read out of a book and not question anything, much like the training was at Estee Lauder. So I got out, got my license, and then I devoted the next 10 years to learning everything I could about alternative health, alternative anything, which is kind of funny because these techniques that I practice now and the ingredients that I use have been vetted for centuries, so to call it alternative is kind of funny.
Well, that's how I feel about regular medicine when they refer to alternative health practitioners. I'm kind of, what's the alternative?
Absolutely.
I mean, this was the original.
Absolutely.
It's kind of a play on words.
So I just kept reading, and I was always having these aha moments. I would read about essential oils. I would read about frankincense. Frankincense was one of the oils that the ancient Egyptians used to mummify the dead, and it's a wonderful preservative. It's in my anti-aging serum, and I would read this, and I would kind of do one of these and say, why doesn't anybody know about these ingredients? Because, well, I know why. When the companies can create a synthetic, they can patent the name, and it can sound something pseudoscientific. They can make a lot of money that way because they can say it's never else.
It might cost them
pennies.
Pennies.
It's pennies.
Where the resin of frankincense
absolutely
is a precious oil that has to be handled properly and has multiple benefits, body, mind, spirit. So it's kind of the same thing as what we're seeing in the whole natural health. Why not take a natural substance versus a pharmaceutically created one? And that's really the point we want to make, is that we have the opportunity to save money by stopping to buy a lot of the junk foods. We can do the same thing with our cosmetics and personal care products. Because one of the things that I see is that we are constantly bombarded with trying to remove toxins from our body. And our skin is one of our largest eliminatory organs, so why should we burden our skin with this?
Absolutely. I don't think people realize that your skin absorbs up to 60% of everything you put on it. So if you wouldn't eat it, you don't want to put it on your skin. And if you're very meticulous about how you're eating, if you're eating clean, the same thing should apply to your skincare products. It just doesn't make sense to have a product that has a shelf life of 5 years. You wouldn't go into a grocery store and buy a product that had been sitting on the shelf for 5 years, but commercially manufactured products are just that. They have to be safe and not go bad for 5 years. The opposite end of that is I make hand-blended skincare, hand-blended organic skincare when you place the order. All of the essential oils, all of the essential fatty acids, the butters are made fresh that day. So it's perishable. It doesn't have a shelf life of 5 years. In fact, I tell people it has a shelf life of 1 year. And that's what you want to do. You want to use it up. And the difference is really the difference between fast food and a home-cooked meal from your mom.
I like that. And you know, essential oils such as rosemary, very natural, natural preservative.
Absolutely.
That actually gives you a therapeutic benefit in the product, but at the same time is serving a purpose of naturally preserving it, not with a chemical preservative.
Definitely.
I love Jen's products, and I want to tell you this is something where I'm being authentic. As you all know, I am an aromatherapist. I actually met Jennifer before I got my aromatherapy certification, but I really fell in love with her products, and I used them, and I can't recommend them, you know, more strongly. You can visit her website at CelticComplexion.com. Get to know Jen, and I know she's got some exciting things to share with us at the end of the show, but I'll leave that till the end. Let's talk a little bit about more about how we believe our beliefs are aligned and how we get into this, you know, the food, and we'll get, you know, we're going to have a break in about 2 minutes.
Sure.
But
well, the short answer is that skincare is not a magic pill. Marketing would have you believe that you can go to you buy an expensive cream that's heavily advertised and you will look 25 again. That is simply not true. I'm here to tell you, just like there is no magic pill for weight loss, there is no magic pill or skincare for to look younger. Skincare is a very small piece of the puzzle. What you eat, what you drink, how you deal with stress, how you sleep, everything, how you exercise has much more of an impact on how your skin looks, because your skin is simply a reflection of the internal health of the body.
I totally agree with that.
Definitely. So,
and you can see by the foods that you eat, and you and I are very passionate about eating healthy foods, foods for beauty.
Absolutely.
And I think that will be really interesting to the listeners to talk a lot about the nutrition that we feel really helps to radiate from the inside out.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that people are surprised about is that I don't make 100 products. That, in my opinion, my professional opinion, is marketing. If you come to the beauty counter and this doesn't work for you, well, then we have this line, or we have this line, or we have this line. And the truth of the matter is, most of the products that you buy commercially are up to 80% water. They're chemicals, they're additives, preservatives, and the active ingredients in most products, which we'll talk about in the next segment, is usually less than 1%. So I will let you in on some
secrets of how they market that to get your pocketbook. I mean, I'll be the one to tell you I have spent a fortune in the past. All right, so we're going to a break now. I want to remind you guys, 1-877-927-6648. Give us a call. We've got Jennifer Devlin of CelticComplexion.com, master esthetician, artesian skincare maker. We're here. We'll take your questions on our skin and staying healthy and while we're living a primal lifestyle. So we'll see you when we get back. Paige and Nico Show, Living a Primal Lifestyle.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Wealth Management. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportions of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what an asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Wealth Management financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Living a Primal Lifestyle. I'm Paige Clarke. Nico is out winning jiu-jitsu competitions, and we're so proud of him. Today I have Jennifer Devlin of Celtic Complexion, and we're talking about organic skincare from the inside out. And we were talking a little bit on the break. I think maybe it would be great to kind of discuss some beauty myths, because you know what? If we always talk about spending your money on good quality foods, organic foods, and we know that it can get expensive, but that the benefits are so outweigh
Absolutely.
Buying our factory foods. And so we're going to share some ways you have more money to trade, by saving some money and staying away from those marketing counters that are chemicalized versions that they're using to convince us that that's what we need to anti-age. And we're here to say it's not. It's an inside job. Beauty is an inside job. It's what you're doing on the inside. And we know on this show that we're talking about things that are keeping us young and helping to reverse the signs of aging. And today I want to share with you one of my favorite secrets, which is the Celtic complexion. We are a group of Irish girls here.
Mm-hmm.
You said that.
Celtic.
You've got the Celtic. That was kind of the background. You're an Irish girl. I'm an Irish girl.
Absolutely.
In fact, I think we probably have a lot of Irish listeners because a lot of the people that watch are part of the TFNN family are in the Boston area, the financial district.
Oh, yes.
That's where
I have a lot of clients. In fact, the Boston Examiner did a review of Celtic complexion in January, and you can Google that, Boston Examiner Celtic complexion, and read about what the beauty director wrote about it. So I'm really proud about that.
While we're kind of on that, I mean, you did something too. You did some donations.
I did. When Hurricane Sandy happened, I felt really helpless, like a lot of people did, and I did my token $10 cell phone donation, but I just felt that I'd watched a 60 Minutes report on the little town of Belle Harbor near Rockaway, and not only did these people lose their homes to the hurricane, but then the fire went through the community and took a lot of the homes, and my heart just really went out to them, so I decided to donate $10,000 worth of products to the women of that community, because when you are in a stressful situation, and what's more stressful than losing your entire home and all of your belongings, I felt that the last thing you're thinking about is a cream or a moisturizer, but it's something that you need. So I thought by sending that up to them and showing them that other women out there care and were listening to your story, and I just thought it would provide also a little bit of escape to the stresses that was going on in their lives.
I think so many of us, we really can't imagine what that was like. So on that note, and then we'll get back to the myths and stuff, I mean, you're very humble, but you're an awesome marketer, and your products are receiving quite the attention. I mean, on red carpet to celebrities to real celebrities, real people, and maybe I know you don't like to really toot your horn, but toot your horn a little bit and let's.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Paige. Being a small artisan skincare maker, one of the biggest obstacles is trying to compete with the Estee Lauders of the world or the Olays of the world. When you realize that those large companies only spend 7 cents of every dollar for product ingredient.
But all the rest of it on marketing.
Not all the rest, but 70%, 70 cents of the dollar goes to marketing and advertising. I'm a small speck of sand in the ocean compared to them, and I'm often described as the greatest skincare you've never heard of, because I choose to take all of my profits and put them back into research and development and buying the highest quality ingredients. So that means when you use just any one of my products, specifically the treatment products, the serums or the moisturizer, you see a difference after just using one bottle, and I feel so confident that I do offer a 100% money-back guarantee, because, quite frankly, I live by the golden rule. I built my business on the golden rule to treat you as I would want to be treated, and if I say something is going to work and do something for you and it doesn't, I don't want to take your money, because I only have basically my reputation and my reviewers, my regular people reviewers. But in the beginning, you just were begging for people to notice you. So what I did is I sent out my products to celebrity makeup artists, green beauty bloggers who were looking for these specific types of products in hopes that they would use it. And I know very well that they get inundated with products all the time, but I felt that if I could just get in there and open the door just enough to get them to try it, it would catch on. And it probably wouldn't catch on as big as if I had taken an ad out in a national magazine, but I wanted things to grow grassroots, because being the actual these are all hand blended, you can't go from selling 10 jars of cream to 1 million jars of cream in 1 week. You have to grow slower.
You're getting the freshest ingredients, and I know that from the orders. You take these orders and you get these products out. And
there's a waiting line. There's a 2-week time delay from the time you place your order until you get the products, and that's because they are made fresh to order. But what happened was, the first year I was getting reviews and feedback and whatnot, and then PR companies would notice me and invite me to be a swag bag.
And here you are now.
Exactly.
And so we're going to continue with Jen Devlin when we get back. We'll get back into some of the skincare myths and maybe some ideas on some super beauty foods, because again, it's an inside job.
Absolutely.
So we're here with Jennifer Devlin, Celtic Complexion. I'm Paige Clarke. You're watching Living a Primal Lifestyle, and we'll be back in a few minutes. See you then.
Just recently, on December 28th, Market Insight subscribers were advised to go along the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100 ETF, on December 28th at $63.91, and only 2 trading days later, after a huge jump in the market, Market Insight subscribers were advised to sell the QQQ at $66.64 for a $2.73 or 4.27% profit to start off 2013. At the same time, Tom O'Brien had advised his clients looking for a more leveraged trade that they could could have initiated a position in the QLD, the ProShares Ultra QQQ ETF, and over the same 2 trading days, Market Insights subscribers were able to lock in a $4.48 profit or an 8.47% gain in just 1 trade. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during your free trial and pay nothing. Don't miss out on the next great trading opportunity in 2013. Act today. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just 1 position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page at TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
And welcome back. We're at TFNN.com. We're living a primal lifestyle. And today I have Jennifer Devlin from Celtic Complexion, and she's here to share a lot of information. If you have some questions, this is our long segment. This is the time to do it, that you want to ask a master esthetician about skincare. Let's go a little bit into the myths of skincare, but I first want to address Angie's question. We had a question from Angie regarding whether or not these products are gluten-free.
That's a great question, Angie. All the products are gluten-free, they're cruelty-free, they're fragrance-free, they're chemical-free, they're paraben-free. But they're not free. Just kidding.
No, they're wonderful products, and you mentioned that you have some daughters that are having some sensitivities. I really highly recommend these. That's why I wanted Jennifer to be on here. I like to share some of the great finds that I find, and I actually use all of her products. I love them. You said you have a daughter. She breaks out in a skin rash if flour touches her skin. She cannot use most makeup or shampoo conditioner. Isn't that interesting? Of course, you all know how we feel about grains, flours, in this primal living style that we have. So, we do know that our skin is our largest eliminatory organ. Why would we think you know, that if we put something on our skin, it would be any different than if we eat it, because that's what we're here to say. It's an inside job. It's what you eat and put on your skin.
Absolutely. Angie, you want to if you take a look at the website, look at a product called Calming Serum. Calming Serum is my #1 selling product because it helps with acne, with rosacea, and if you have extremely sensitive skin, that's where you want to start at. One of the things that I tell women is less is more. Repeat after me, less is more, which is probably the complete opposite of what you hear when you go to a skincare counter.
Oh yeah, they want you to you have to
Everything.
have the 6 products.
Exactly.
And this is what I was going to tell you guys, Tigers and Tigresses, this is a unisex line. It's very nice. You know, it's in kind of a tortoiseshell. You know, I love it. So instead of the women in the life, you know, you go in and buy and you're, you know, $350 over at Estee Lauder, and the men over here having theirs or not doing anything, which you guys got to do stuff too. We want you looking good too. So this is a beautiful unisex line, and it's food. It really
Absolutely.
is. It's food and essential oils and natural oils. And
I will talk about that for a second. Yes, Angie, it's Calming Serum is what it's called. When you go to a counter and they say, well, let's talk about the men's line or the acne line or the anti-aging line or the regenerative line, that is, think of this marketing.
packaging, marketing.
One of the things that I am so adamant about is getting the truth out there, getting you educated, and 80 to 90% of what I talk about in my newsletters, on my website, and also on my Facebook fan page, which is also Celtic Complexion, is just giving you education, because the more educated you are, the better my products will work for you. But getting back to the beauty myths, one of the dirty little practices of our industry is something called greenwashing. And this,
Greenwashing.
Yes, greenwashing. And basically greenwashing is when you hear about a hot ingredient.
Like Dr. Oz said.
Yes,
Yeah.
or you'll hear about alpha-lipoic acid, and next month it'll be
DMAE.
right, or vitamin C. And I'm here to go on the record to say those are all wonderful ingredients, but you are not getting them in the percentages that need to make a difference in your skin in your beauty products.
So what's happening, these companies are greenwashing. We're wonderful. Look how wonderful we are. We have
Yes.
figured out that these are great products, and we're putting them in our products. But what are they doing?
Well, they're making money.
They're making money.
What they can do legally is they can have a 55-gallon drum of product. They can put 1 drop of any of those hot ingredients, and then they can market the heck out of that key star ingredient.
But you're not getting any of the benefit
No.
because you don't have it in an effective
Absolutely.
physiological dose
Absolutely.
or formulation.
Absolutely. So my products, by contrast, I use a 30% active ingredient dilution. And to put that in comparison, anything that you buy, well, I don't say anything, I don't want to blanket that, but the majority of the products that you buy in commercial, behind the counter or even at the drugstore are less than 1%. More often they're like 0.03 or 0.05%, so they can put it on the packaging. Each one of
And
my
take advantage
serums,
of the
absolutely.
wave of interest that people are
Absolutely.
having because of people like Dr. Oz.
Absolutely. So when you go and you try products and you say, God, it just didn't work for me, and you think it's just your skin, that's not the case at all. It's because the products don't have enough of the active ingredient to make a difference. Now, the second portion of that is what else does it have in it? I would encourage any of you to take a beauty product out of your medicine cabinet and turn it around, and if the first ingredient is water, it can be up to 80% water. Typically, a product is 60 to 80% water. And you might say, well, what's wrong with water? There's nothing wrong with water, but if you're paying $85, $100, I mean, heck, even $10 for a product that's 80% water, I think you're getting hoodwinked a little.
Yeah.
So that's a huge difference. Greenwashing, it happens all the time. Also, like when you talk about certified organic products, people ask me that a lot about certified organic. As a skincare company, you pay for that designation. It means that a certain percentage has to be certified organic, which sounds wonderful. But what it doesn't address is that the remaining, 20% can be anything whatsoever. So,
and that's a great designation. It really helps you kind of, but at the same time, there are wonderful artesian product manufacturers that use wild-crafted ingredients and, the essential oils. See, that's what I love. You're using some essential fatty acids, essential oils. The products you're using, are dear to my heart because I love the power of essential oils. I think essential oils are the most anti-aging that you can use on your skin.
Absolutely.
I want to make sure we get to this point because another real big hot button is sunscreen and sun care, and the way everyone has been made to believe that sun is the demon. Now, anyone who's watched our show knows that Nico and I are very, we're big fans of, creating and creating your own vitamin D. I would rather see someone supplement vitamin D with natural vitamin D3 than have a low vitamin D number. I want you to get your vitamin D levels tested, and I want them to be up above the normal range. But the way I really prefer you do it is get out into the
sunlight,
sun.
absolutely.
Because there's a special sulfurization that happens that creates these compounds that protect you from about 300 different diseases. But we have people, and particularly women and men, that are under the impression that they're going to get skin cancer if they get out into the sun. So we have to, it's sun sense.
Right.
Isn't that correct?
It's being smart about the sun. When I worked previously, all those years behind the counter, that's what was drilled into us: sunscreen. Have the sunscreen in your moisturizer.
But what are
the higher
most of
the
these
number, the higher
sunscreens?
number. Let me tell you, if you hear nothing of this entire show, I want you to go to the website and look at the sunscreen and look at, I have a report in there called The Hidden Dangers of Sunscreen. Basically, you do not want to be super dosing your skin with toxic chemicals every day, and the higher the number of the SPF, the more chemicals there are. The safest sunscreen is a physical sunscreen. It's zinc oxide. The higher the percentage, the better.
It's a safe sunscreen.
Absolutely. My sunscreen and my tinted moisturizer both have 25% zinc oxide, and that probably doesn't mean anything to you, but if you look at any sunscreen over the counter, it's typically 3%. Even physical only sunscreens have about 3% or 5%. Well, I first created this product for myself. I didn't go from working behind the counter, becoming an esthetician, and then having my own line. I went from working behind the counter, becoming an esthetician, learning about alternative health, and then creating products for myself. And then so I didn't want to spare any expense with the ingredients.
Absolutely, you wanted the best.
Exactly, and being as pale as I am, I wanted something that was adequate sunscreen for when I go out. Now, being smart about it, I'm not going to go and sit in the sun from 11 to 2 in the hot Florida sun.
You can have a few minutes, and we talk about this. We need enough to activate that the UVB stimulation to make the sulfurization for the vitamin D. I mean, literally, you can get hundreds of thousands of international units of vitamin D in 10 minutes in the sun. That's why I say sun sense. If you're going to the beach, realize that the best sunscreen is clothing and an umbrella, and you use a parasol. I love that.
I'm kind of known for the parasols. I have them everywhere in my car, and
it's beautiful though. It's
my shop, and I just carry it, and it's wonderful.
But that's the truth. The best protection from sunburn is to use the common sense that you can't sit there for an hour. You run the risk of burning, and so. Skip these chemicalized sunscreens. I mean, you just walk in. So think about, again, the money you can save by not putting these toxic chemicals onto your skin. You're clogging, that's a big part of your respiration. You have more surface area as an organ on your skin than any other organ in your body, and I want you to realize it is an organ.
One of the things, I have a practice in Tierra Verde. If you're ever in the neighborhood, I'd love to see you. And I also do consultations online too. You can send me an email, and I'll be happy to answer your questions.
Jennifer@CelticComplexion.com.
One of the things that I have to educate women about is to unlearn everything that they have learned from beauty magazines, from advertising, because I'm going to look right into your eyes, into the camera, and say there's no such thing as a poreless skin. The ads that you see, everyone, I'm a professional makeup artist, they're all photoshopped. No product is going to give you that, because that just doesn't even exist. So don't compare yourself to that. You want to have a good, healthy skin, and you want to be eating good things inside and drinking good things, and it will reflect in your skin. I tell women, don't chase beauty. Don't chase youth, because that just makes you look older. I personally love to tell my age. I'm 44. I feel like I get better as I age. I get more wisdom. And when I have a woman that comes to me for treatments and is expecting me to give her the magic pill effect, that's not a client that I choose to work with. And I just try to educate her, and I try and do that with my audience as well.
And that applies to both men and women. I mean, a lot of men, because they're ingesting the toxic seed oils, which we've talked about, create a free radical. Most of the seed oils do go rancid. We talked about the controversy of the fish oils and how that's a marketing, people have bought into that. So we're talking about decreasing the foods that cause inflammation, decreasing inflammatory foods with the grains when we were talking about living a primal lifestyle. So let's take a few minutes in this session, because we've talked about these myths, and you and I both agree it's an inside job as well as an outside job. In effect, these products are foods.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Skin
I mean,
food.
yeah, you could. These are skin foods, and it would not hurt you on any of these products to put it on your tongue, and I like that.
I do that too in one of my videos, one of my YouTube videos. I eat it. If you used one product and didn't make any of the changes that Paige and I are talking about, you're going to see a result. But if you incorporate it with all of the other lifestyle recommendations that we make, you know, the food, how you deal with stress, that's a huge one, because stress releases cortisol. And I talk about, let's talk about anti-aging exercises. We all know how important weight-bearing exercise is and cardio. We hear that all the time. But anti-aging exercises, Qigong. Qigong is one of my favorites. Anything that increases...
Well, that's working with the breath and movement. Qigong is breath and movement. And
it's
when
slowing down.
Right, and when we get the proper respiration and we improve respiration, many of you know we've been talking about repeat and how cellular respiration is the key to health. So we want to see you breathe.
Absolutely.
We want to see you move. And one of the things is that we can all agree. You know, I always like to reference when you see a marathon runner versus a sprinter. Just visualize, close your eyes and visualize those bodies. And I'm using this as an example, in the sprinter being more of an interval trainer with weight. The sprinter has a muscular, ageless looking body. The marathon runner is producing high levels of cortisol, stress on the body, a catabolic event is happening in their body. The sprinter is having the anabolic, the muscle building. I like to say the effects of sprinting and so forth on the skin. You know, the face, we have a lot of muscles in our face. We want to keep all of this tight. You know, let's talk too about our foods. Because you and I both, we were laughing, and we don't waste anything. You know, you know, because we have our coconut oil, you know, we have our coconut products, but we have it in the kitchen. You know, if you're cooking with your coconut oil, you know, hey, you got some in your hands.
Absolutely.
Hair. You know, your coconut oil is great everywhere, and I mean everywhere. It's a great product.
I have a coconut oil by my bed. I have it in my bathroom, and I have it in my kitchen.
Okay, guys.
And I use it for everything. It's that and aloe are my two favorite things.
Could be too much information, but that's okay. These are some fun tigers and tigresses.
Exactly. Well, talk about
the other thing is like avocado.
Yes.
Okay, so when avocado is a fat. You know, Nico and I love it. But you know, when you take the skins, I oftentimes will use foods, and I'll take the skins and put them in a baggie. Or while I'm doing it, I rub it on my face.
Absolutely.
And the other one that I love is pineapple.
Pineapple is
take
amazing.
A fresh pineapple, and then save the little things in a baggie, and then right before you take a shower, rub the bromelain or the pineapple all over your body. Bromelain is an enzyme. It eats up dead material in skin. Your skin will glow, and you're using...
Exactly. It acts like a little Pac-Man on the skin, munching away the dry, dead skin. And there's many masks that you can get, a lot of money. I just tell people to go right for the raw food. Grow aloe in your backyard if you can, because anytime you have anything that makes you want to pick, if you're breaking out, if you're stressed, take that aloe leaf, cut it in half, fillet it, and use the jelly inside just as a mask. It'll give you something to do, because I know I have a lot of clients that are pickers.
Honey and yogurt.
Honey is wonderful.
Honey and yogurt, you know, because the honey is so sticky. Sometimes I'll mix it in with the yogurt and apply it to the mask. What are some other things that you like to put on your skin?
Well, when I'm cleaning my kitchen, I don't use any chemicals when I clean my house. You can use an orange, cut it in half, or a grapefruit, and you can just put that on the counter. This is a cleaning tip. Clean your skin with it first, and then use it to clean your counter.
Right,
Absolutely. Then I take the whole orange, I throw it down, the half the orange, throw it down the garbage disposal and turn it on, and the whole house smells like orange.
It's perfect. And the apple cider vinegar is another little wash that helps to eat up dead skin material.
Apple cider vinegar is wonderful.
So maybe we'll work on something on the way where you can come back and we'll work on some resources, because this is what we're all about. We're about using food as energy. We're using food as our beauty products, and they can cross over.
Absolutely. One of my two favorite foods for beauty: cucumbers, hands down cucumbers, and blueberries.
Yes.
If I had to tell you two things, those would keep
high antioxidants. The cucumber is loaded with silica, and silica is a beauty food.
Absolutely.
So slice them up, put them in your water. All right, we've got one more session here, and you're here with me, Paige Clarke. Nico's gone today. We've got Jennifer Devlin of Celtic Complexion. If you have some questions about food and beauty and skincare, now's the time.
Send them on over.
We'll talk to you when we get back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Okay, we're back. Our last segment on Living a Primal Lifestyle. I'm Paige Clarke, and I have Jennifer Devlin from Celtic Complexion. We're talking about handcrafted artesian skincare and using organic ingredients. So, I would like to talk a little bit about your product line.
Sure.
Because we've brought some of it here, but everyone can go to the website, Celtic Complexion. Tell us a little bit about your line, and if someone had to choose just one product, although I use them all.
That's a great question. If you suffer from rosacea, if you suffer from acne or extreme sensitivity, you want to start with calming serum. If you are just looking for great skincare to sample the line, I've got a travel kit that will give you about a 30-day supply of everything.
That's a great way to try everything.
Exactly, to see what works for you, because people always ask me, well, can you create a regimen for me? And really, you want to try the line and see what works best for you.
And everybody needs a travel kit these days because it comes in the small sizes, airport court ready.
Absolutely. But just one thing you realize is that I'm the one that deals with your skincare. I'm making the products. I didn't buy them from a manufacturer and put my label on them. They're handmade in my studio in Treasure Island, Florida. Like I said, there is about a 10 business day turnaround time from the time you place your order, and that's simply to
because it's hand blended.
Absolutely, to give you the freshest product. Like for example, my cream, it takes 3 days for my cream to cure. There's a lot of mixing that goes on, and I just want to make sure that you're happy. But also, for whatever reason you're not happy, I do offer a 100% money back guarantee, which is important. And I really believe in open communication. So when you write an email, you're not getting an autoresponder, you're getting a reply from me. A lot of times when people write to me, if I'm not the right fit for you, I will direct you to something that is the right fit for you, because I'm certainly not the only great product in the world, but I have privy to lines much like myself that you probably wouldn't have. So if I can't help you, I can certainly point you in the right direction.
And Jennifer and I work together because, as we have mentioned, it is an inside job, and so many times she sees a person with skincare issues and realizes that the hormones are out of balance, some of the foods and the diet things. So we collaborate because we know that people are going to get the best result when they're addressing things completely.
Absolutely. Acne is the biggest thing that comes to mind. When somebody comes to me with acne, they say, can you give me a cortisone cream, or can you give me a mask? And it starts way in the colon. It starts in the intestines first. So the first thing I usually look at is where they're congested.
Right.
And then the last thing that we use is the treatment. So a lot of times, what I like about you, Paige, is that I can refer clients to you, and you can get them fixed, and then I can.
Well, it's a team approach because we both know that it really does require addressing it on both sides.
Absolutely.
And if there's anything that's kind of take away today is that we do not have to be supporting these chemical versions of skincare. It is a marketing, and I think Jen, I'm glad you kind of pulled out of the status quo. You came out of what you were trained, and you said, I'm going to tell the truth.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of how we feel. It's we don't need all these chemicals.
It was like living in the Matrix.
Yeah, we only have a few minutes left, but you had something you wanted to share with everybody.
For your listeners, I have a special coupon code to try the products. If you go to the website, CelticComplexion.com, if you use the coupon code NICO, NICO, at checkout, you'll get 20% off your entire order.
And if they have questions, they can reach you at Jennifer at CelticComplexion.com.
Absolutely. And you can also become a fan on Facebook. I have a very active Facebook page there, which is just facebook.com/CelticComplexion.
Awesome.
Definitely. Awesome. This has been fun.
This has been fun to have you here.
Absolutely.
And, what I was thinking, too, we may want to have you come back.
That'd be wonderful.
When you have new product introductions, maybe, because a lot of the people encourage you to connect with her on Facebook, but, you can have this as an audience. Come see us, because that's what we're looking for. Locally, we're collaborating when we do some workshops and so forth, Jennifer, Nico, and I, and we'd like to extend that to all of you. So, that wraps up the show. I made it without Nico, so... again, we're going to send him great energy for a successful win in his jiu-jitsu, our champion there.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, we're so glad
this wonderful. It went by so fast.
I know, it does go by fast.
Talk about skincare forever.
We have fun here. So that's it, folks. We'll see you next week. We'll be off next week. It's Good Friday. There won't be a show.
Happy
We'll
Easter.
see you. Stay healthy. Stay well.
Let me tell you something, folks. I have people coming up to me saying, I just can't believe the amount of work that Steve does on his newsletter. And I says, I absolutely agree.
That is a recent clip from the Money Masters show that Tom and I do each day at TFNN. My newsletter service, Mastering Probability, is much, much more than a newsletter. Yes, it's outperformed the S&P 500 by 100% during the last 15 months. But more importantly, it's an extraordinary education, a roadmap for your success. And it's yours risk-free for the next 30 days. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and then Mastering Probability, because everyone needs a success strategy. For most, it's a competitive edge, the will to win, the drive to overcome any obstacle. Whatever you call it, winners find a way. Find your way to Mastering Probability today, because your journey to extraordinary rewards is just one click away.